here on Habitation Station. We have J Money, blue Protoss for Google Pigeon rank, spawning in the top right. We have Cerebrit, the orange Zerg for Workday, spawning in the top left. Overlord moving across immediately. No cheeses super early on. So we'll have some sort of standard game here. Not sure quite what Cerebrit is talking about here. He's going to send out an early scout, a 10 scout. Gonna rally the Overlord to the natural here, cover the ramp. He's going to see what this Protoss player is up to. Pylon by his Nexus. So he will not be walling. We'll see if our Zerg player decides to do anything to punish that. Unlikely though, the natural ramp is very easy to wall. So unless he throws down a spawning pool and gas right now, his ability to punish is very limited. He's gonna try to block the gateway here, doesn't get it. Game on hands, quick with the probe. He is making a bit of a wall here, so he has some defense against Zerglings that cannot run into the mineral line very easily. We're gonna have a worker fight here. Drone runs. Here goes the drone for the hatchery. So it will be a hatch first. Play from the Zerg player. We're gonna whittle down on this pylon. No forge, so no threat of cannons. Gets one gas. Cycle Protoss will take his time expanding, which is fine. Spawning pool goes down. Another pylon. You see the cycle forge follow. Drone's gonna try to block it, but does not. Just keeping his eyes on it, I guess. Microing the heck out of this drone. Just being a real pest with it. Overlord's gonna hang out over here. He'll fly in later for a more informative scout. Still just one gas, so he's gonna be able to afford the mothership core, but he won't be able to get a stalker and warp gate with it. Something will be delayed. Hatchery almost done. Gas start in the main. The worker's going to start mining that, so he will not have speed for a while. More probes on the way, and he's saving a ton of minerals, so he's going to go for that Nexus. Drone is going to try to block it, but he moves away at the wrong time, so he might not even have seen the probe go. He's going to circle back here. Warp gate starts, mothership core is out. That will try to chase this drone away. He should scout the Nexus, and he will. Will outrun that mothership core. He's going to attack this pylon. Not the best thing to do. Mothership core comes to hold the front. Hatchery done. We have speed on the way. One queen in the main. No queen at the natural yet. Queen starting at the natural. He's still mining gas. So I think our Zerg player is going to try to get aggressive here. Forge, gateway. Gateway looks... This is a... I don't think this is a one zealot choke. I think he needs another building in order to hold that with a single zealot. Starts the robo. Where's the robo? Robo's in the main. Overlord will probably scout that within a minute or two, if he does go in with it. Zerg player is droning. Still mining gas. I wonder what he plans to do with this gas. Overlord sending out. Has enough minerals. Nope. Alright, here we go. Early Roach Warren. So it looks like we're going to see some sort of Roach Ling bust here. Check the drone count. 29 to 25. So for this stage of the game, it's actually a little bit low. A bit oversaturated in the main. Starts a second gas. You need to start rallying drones to the natural. Here comes Lings. Hasn't built any roaches yet. Not very saturated at the natural. Hasn't... Alright, just started mining with the second gas. He's going to use these Lings to check for additional Protoss expansions. Overlord to scout the gold here. +1 nearly done. Mortal on the way. Where's that warp prison? Just built. Let's see where the warp is. Oh, there it is. So he's rallying the Immortal to the Warp Prism. I'm not sure if it's actually rallied into the Warp Prism or just the spot underneath it. Yeah, just the spot underneath it. So it looks like he's going to be doing some drop harass with these Immortals. Hydralisk Den starting. What's the unit count for our Zerg? He's got nearly 40 drones, 2 roaches, and just a handful of Zerglings. So this Hydra Den is going to be pivotal. Warp Prism's moving out. Immortal's going to rally over there. We'll see if he actually tries to get Warpins in addition, but without sentries to drop, this initial movement of the Warp Prism is going to be critical. Overlords have speed, scouting around. Lots of spare chrono on the next side. Lots of spare chrono. Still only 1 gas. You see the Warp Prism move out. We'll see if Workday has spotted. No, he's marking this Overlord. So he hasn't seen the Warp Prism. We'll see what happens there. Here it comes for the drop. 5 Hydras on the way, which is a lot, but it's not enough. So the current roach is not enough to handle these 5 Zealots, 2 Immortals protecting them. He's going to have to micro back, filter out these Zealots. He's going to kill the Zealots, but he's going to take some damage. Probably going to lose his Evo. Here come the Lings, and Protoss has to get out. He's being overwhelmed now. Oh no! Warp Prism dies with 2 Immortals inside. So that attack is thoroughly defeated. We have a lot of warp gates, but Protoss is still just on 2 base with a lot of minerals and not a lot of gas. So it's going to warp in units at home. Zerg will take his 3rd. A lot of Lings, a few Roaches, and a lot of Hydras to defend. So we should see the Protoss think about Colossus. But he will need to get into those gases straight away in order to afford those. Does so at the natural. And just does so at the main as well. Zerg player moving out. He does have a strong army. And he may have the ability to do some damage here as there's no cannon and no sentries. Macro factory in the main. +1 missiles started for the Zerg player. He'll attempt to move in here, but Zealots will destroy those Zerglings, and he's going to bait them out. But he has to pull back in time. Zerg will not try to go up that ramp, which is probably a wise choice. He would trade, but it would not necessarily be an effective trade. 3rd hatchery almost done. Lots of drones at the natural now, but no one minding these gases. Main's looking pretty healthy. Starting the muscular augments for the Hydralisk, so they will have speed soon, and then he's building range right after that. Robo Bay almost finished for the Protoss, so he's going to start those Colossi now. Still got these spines for defense. Creep sped, I mean, he's got it out in front of the natural, but definitely not a lot of creep sped for this late into the game. Protoss is digging into that bank. He spent most of the money now. Start with Pylons. Let's just start sending thermal lances. These Colossi to be useful. And our Protoss player is actually on even supply with the Zerg. It's been a fairly tense, low economy game. No player really quite sure of what the next move to make can be. Starting a Spore at the 3rd. Already has one in the natural and the main, so he's prematurely defended against Stargate units. There is no Stargate yet. Overlord comes in to scout. We have the Twilight Council building, those +2 upgrades. Starting +1 shields on the Forge. We should see a 2nd Forge, and maybe a Nexus soon. So it looks like we're going to be heading into a late game here. I would normally say the Zerg has an advantage here having this 3rd base, but he's been operating on a relatively low drone count for a while, so he's not as far ahead in supply as he should be. And in fact, he's even on supply with the Protoss, which is not good. He's going to try to trade here. And he will get some trading done, but now that Colossus is here, he's got to back off. 5 Swarm Hosts on the way, so So that's how Zerg is going to try to handle this. With Swarm Hosts. Did he get Thermal Lances? You want as much range as possible against those Locusts. But he's going to go for attack here. No Observer with the army. So these Swarm Hosts are going to be Zerg's saving grace, I feel like. Does have the ability to do splash damage with the Colossi. That's it. Here come the Locusts. This is a bad fight. There's no force fields. Does throw down time warps. The Zealots will buffer a lot. Those Locusts have their money's worth. Zerg is trading pretty well here, and he's now way ahead in supply. Protoss has no third behind this. Still no Thermal Lance. Gets that Observer. Just save that Colossus. There it goes. And he has to think about taking a third. He can't win this on 2 bases. Yeah, and he's got to apply. That Hive is on the way, so we're going to see Vipers soon as well. And then Protoss will be in trouble on a 2-base economy. Cerebrate is working pretty good right now. Got a 4th on the way. Enough creep to hold the area between his natural and third relatively well. Random Swarm Post here. Protoss moving in again. He's gonna try to attack from the side, which is not. He should not attack up this ramp. He does not. Which is very good. He should not do that. So he's gonna move in down here. Locusts come in. Colossi out in front. He needs to pull those back right away. Hydras move in. They're gonna destroy the. Oh no! He was attacking a distractor. What was that? Loses the entire gateway force. He needs to pull away with these Colossi. He's gonna lose one. Loses Mothership Core. He's extremely far down in supply now. Third base isn't even done yet. He has to retreat. He cannot hold this ground. Those fast Hydras are gonna come up, push him away. Slaughter the gateway units. Colossus does not retreat, so that dies. Everything here dies. And at this point, it's basically game over. We're at 83 supply to 184 for the Zerg. You can hold this natural ramp for a long time, but these mineral patches are almost done. His main is mined out. So yeah, you can hold this if you have the Colossi for it. Oh, these probes are dead. He does retreat the probes so they don't die. But the Nexus is going to die. You cannot hold it. Locust will attack the ramp, trading with Zealots. Does retreat the Swarm Hosts. Save. Probes on hold position, but loses the Colossus anyway. Nexus is down. And now, Protoss is just going to die a slow, meticulous, methodical death. 4th not mining, but that doesn't matter. You've got a fully operational third, a natural with a fair number of minerals remaining, and this natural is just running out. Practice about to line out. Vipers are up, but they do not yet have enough energy for. Oh, they do. Never mind. That's 75 now. Protoss calls for GG. Game over. Alright. Here we go. We're going to be starting match 3 between Google Pigeon Rank and Workday. We missed out on the second match, but we did find out that our Zerg player, Google Pigeon Rank's GAC, did win. So the score is currently 1-1. Here we go. We have Workday's Nex spawning in the top position. It's Protoss. Google Pigeon Rank's fixed point, spawning as random, is Zerg here in the southern position. No immediate workers going out. No workers going out immediately. So we will not see any proxies. No 6 pool, no 7 pool, or 8 pool on the Zerg. See, the Protoss build is pylon by the ramp, so looks like he will wall here. Probably go for a gateway expand. You can try to forge fast expand here, but this choke is rather wide. 3 buildings is not enough to cover it. You do need a 4th in order to complete that wall off. Overlord's gonna hover here by the ramp. Not actually gonna go to the base. And we have a 11 pool from the Zerg, I believe. I'm not sure. Was that an extract? He did do an extractor trick in order to get an 11th drone out, and then he built the pool with that. He's gonna try to attack this probe, but doesn't get it. Loses a decent bit of mining from that. Probe will go on the other way, and he tries to get it again. He's gonna pin it here. Does get the probe, but one has to question whether that's worth it, as he's already seen this warning. He will go to forge here instead of gateway, so he will go for that defense. We have 3 larvae saved up, so we're gonna see 6 Zerglings immediately. Probably a queen. There goes the queen. Should see Protoss build a cannon and a gateway. We might even attempt a full wall off here. Probably should attempt a full wall off. But he needs to start this cannon now because Zerglings are on the way, and 8 Zerglings in total. And oh no! Oh no, what? Oh no! Did he see the pool or not? Did he misjudge the pool? He's misreading this completely. The Protoss is dead. It's gonna be up to the Zerg's decision making here. And to get damage done, but no cannon, no wall. He should just go straight past this Nexus and just go into the main. Oh no, panic mode. Here comes panic mode. Pylon's gonna go down, no cannon. Pulls his Zerglings back, and he's gonna kill so many probes here. 1, 2. Should be a 3rd, 3. Doesn't start the cannon. Doesn't have enough money for a cannon. He needs to trade. He's gonna try to kill these Zerglings, but he's gonna lose so many probes. Does clear out a bunch of them, but there's still Zerglings coming, and just more rallying. There's no mining going on right now. He is killing these, but it is now 10 probes to 10 drones. And there's 8 more Zerglings on the way. Pylon's gonna go down. He's gonna chronobus the Zealot here, but he's probably not even gonna get it out. Pylon's gonna go down first. I think. Oh no, he's gonna try to defend it. But again, there's more Zerglings on the way. Let's try to get the probe. He does have to pull back. He can't engage that Zealot. I was gonna just trade with it. Just gonna try to get some damage. And that turns out to be good. He's gonna get this Zealot here. Probes go to assist, but they're not enough. They're gonna try to fight these Zerglings. They get them. But more probes dying. Another Zealot on the way. He needs to pull these Zerglings in. He's focusing down the pylon, but he's taking damage from the Zealot. Probe's going with the round. He does get the pylon though, so there will be no more Zealots. But he needs more Zerglings. There they go. There's the additional Zerglings, and this should be it. GG. Alright, we've got match 4 underway now between Google Pigeon Rank and Workday. We're going to have Morphin, the Bronze Zerg, for Google Pigeon Rank versus Galoku, one of those. The Diamond Protoss for Workday. So, Google Pigeon Rank is currently up 2-1 in this match. This is the 4th game. If Google Pigeon Rank wins, then they will take the set. If they lose, it will go to an ace match. Now, the games so far have been rather exciting, relatively even. And we're hoping for something like that here. But unfortunately, we are pitching a bronze player versus a diamond player. And unfortunately, here in the AHGL, that sometimes just kind of happens. So, we're going to have to see some Real stepping up from the blue Zerg Marthon here in the top right in order to defeat the experienced Protoss spawning in the bottom left. We'll scout after Pylon, so early pools would be countered quite easily by the scout. He is not walling. The wall is rather far, but he may simply build the gateway close to the Nexus, and in the event of an early pool, defend with good probe micro. Pylon goes in for the scout. Second Overlord. Lots of drones on the way. We have a 13 gate going. That might have been a 12 gate. Borderline. For the Protoss player. He's going to scout around here, sees no pool. Pool goes down now. A 15 pool. A little greedy. But that should be okay. Gas going down for the Protoss. We'll see if he throws down a second gas. Zerg will probably go for a hatchery following this pool. Protoss is going to go for that denial. Second pylon starting. Immediately 3 probes and gas. We'll probably not see a second gas very soon. Probe on patrol. We'll look to delay that hatchery. Cybercore starting. We'll micro that probe. We're just leaving it on patrol. That works well. Might throw down a pylon here. No, it doesn't have the thermal sword though. There goes the hatchery. So slightly delayed, but not terrible. Chrono boost on the probes. No Lings building yet. He has to start a queen. Doesn't have the supply for it though. Just got a second extractor. We'll have the one extractor for now. No Overlord on. Zerg is getting supply block here. Cybercore's finished for the Protoss. We'll build that Mothership Core and a Stalker. So he's going to go for some harassment here. Spinecrawler for the Zerg player in the main. 4 workers on gas. Queen finally starting. Overlord comes up very late. A Spore Crawler going. Oh no. The Zerg player is extremely psyched out here. He has no idea what to expect. Nexus going down for the Protoss. He will move out with his Mothership Core and Stalker. They go for some harass on seeing the lack of units. The Spore Crawler in the back. There's no reason ever to get this Spore Crawler. Ever. It's way too early. Even if the Protoss player went Proxy Oracle, you don't need to start building this thing until another 15 seconds or so to be safe. Drones going here, but with no Ling speed and no Lings either. Stalker will go in here to harass, try to pick off some drones. We'll run the drones, but doesn't build the extractor, so one drone gets sniped. Second one will be focused down. They will retreat into the main, where they will have a Spinecrawler for defense, but it is not positioned optimally. We have the Zerg player starting a lair. Protoss getting his natural down. 2 gateways, a Nexus, and a Stargate starting, along with the second gas. Stalker dies. He does get that with a Ling or 2 plus Queen support. So that's a little bit sloppy on the Protoss player's part. But again, our Zerg player is pretty behind. He's doing a lot of things at once. He's got a lair on 2 bases. It's not even really 2 bases because he's not mining from this natural at all. So we'll see what he tries to build. Has the Protoss player seen this lair? He has not yet seen the lair. We'll see if he scouts that anytime soon. Securing the watchtowers with Mothership Core. I go to kill this Zergling shortly after. Overlord here scouting the natural, which is much more saturated than the Zerg player's own. Single Zergling dies here in the main. What did he see? What did that Zerg... So he did see everything in the main. That little sneaky Zergling. Hydralistan going down. So it looks like our Zerg player is going to go for some aggression. We have a proxy pylon here. 3 zealots warping in. these will rally straight to the natural. There is a spine crawler building. And there's a second one ready, but it's in the main. Gonna try to focus down this pylon. May actually get some Zerglings in here. Sentry builds. Zealot holding the wall strong. Force field goes into the pylon. The Zealot may die. Just barely does not die. A couple hits away. 2 Phoenix, Mothership Core, 2 Zealots. Sentry to defend the main. More Warpins coming in. I'm not quite sure what happened to those other 3 Zealots. We have Groove Spines, Hydroless Range, coming in here. Zerg looks like he has enough units to defend this, but his economy is... He's building way too many units. He never got his economy very high. So Protoss doesn't actually have to do any damage here. Economically, he's way ahead. He's completely fine to just poke a little and retreat. He's got full energy on this Mothership Core, so he can recall if it does get too dicey. Looks like he will not be able to do very much damage here, but looking at this mineral line, that's okay. That is totally okay. He's gonna go get those double forges for upgrades. Hydro's moving to the main for defense. Evo Chamber, no upgrade done. No upgrade started just yet. Groove Spines is done, so he's going to start that Muscular Augments. Get that Hydroless speed. Proto's just kind of camping out front. And he decides to retreat. Too many units. Didn't feel like he could do the damage. See the natural getting very saturated here. Maybe there's a healthy saturation. We've got a Robo, a second Robo, and a Robo Bay. As well as an additional gateway. So we're going to be on 5 gates, 2 Robos, and a Stargate here. 1-1 starting immediately as the forges finish. I do see a third go down for the Zerg player, but again, his natural has very few drones at this point. His main is a little undersaturated as well. Starting that +1 missile weapons. Phoenixes are going to go and scatter around here. They will find the hatchery, but they won't be able to do anything about it. Protoss is going to look to take third himself. We'll focus down these rocks. Only a few Zealots actually doing damage here. 3 of them. Should send the Immortal to get them down quicker. Phoenixes go around, but a Spore Caller chases them away from the natural. So it looks like he's just scouting for drones here. Maintaining map presence. We have 2 proxy pylons here. That'll be ready for aggressive warpins. A third proxy pylon going down. This probe is completely uncontested. A little map presence pylon here. Phoenix Puff has the watchtower, but they let the Zergling have it. This watchtower remains unoccupied. And here goes the third base for the Protoss. No tech besides these Hydroliths at this point. Multiple queens in the main. A lot of spare larvae, but not enough money to use all of it. He's going to throw down that cannon and guard it with 2 gateways. That will make this third Nexus virtually link-proof, except against extraordinary numbers of speedlings. Only 3 probes mining these 2 geysers here at the natural. It's interesting. He's got way too many probes mining minerals. He's going to transfer those to the third at some point. Zerg player moving out, and there's a lot of Zealots here. 2 Colossi, an Immortal, multiple Sentries. Time Warp goes down. He's just going to die. Gonna try to focus down some stuff here. Forces go down, trap 5 of the Hydroliths. The rest will retreat. They will get away with those muscular augments. Third Nexus is now completed. You should see some more warp gates here. Third is getting relatively saturated fairly quickly. So we do see the Zerg catching up slightly in economy. But again, he's undersaturated on all of these bases. And Protoss is going to instantly fully saturate this third Nexus. He'll actually have a healthy probe count once he transfers 6 probes to the geysers. He'll move out here. Again, 3 Phoenix, 2... He's got 4 Colossi. Where are those other 2 Colossi? One just spawned. the other also just spawned? There's only... Oh, there's... It's hard to see. It's coincided. There we go. 3 Colossi here with the main army. Zerg is gathering forces, but his Spire is only half done, and he's about to go against 3 Colossi. A full energy Mothership Core. A dozen Zealots, an Immortal. Plenty of force fields on these sentries. This one's got 4, this one's got 2, this one looks like it has 3. The 4th Colossus joins the army. And there's no way he holds here. There's just no way. He's way behind in supply. He is just going to die here. He does move in with Hydralisk, the Zealot's tank, and the Colossus rain fire. These drones get force fielded in, massacred. Few do get away, but only 2 survive on that run. Few Zealots getting picked off over here, but the 3rd is forfeit. We have a 5th Colossus joining in. All these aggressive pylons are available for weapons. And he's just going to push straight to the natural here. Offensive time warp, defensive time warp, that would help on the retreat if necessary. Secure time warp over here. GG is called. Game over. Alright, we're going to have the ace match underway here. A ZVZ on Heavy Rain between Workday's Cerebrit and Google Pigeon Rank's GAC. Starting the countdown, match will begin shortly. Alright, we have Cerebrit, the Orange Zerg, for Workday, spawning in the northern position. GAC, the Blue Zerg for Google Pigeon Rank, spawning in the southern position. Overlords rallying out immediately. Based on the current trajectories, it looks like GAC's Overlord will be rallied towards the natural. And it looks like Cerebrit's Overlord will also be rallied towards the natural. You can see by this waypoint here. Let's see if we can find Blue Zerg's waypoint. Don't see it just yet though. Do have an early drone scout for the Orange Zerg. Looks like a 9 scout. We will start that Overlord late, so we should see some extractor trips. Whereas GAC did start his Overlord on 9. There goes the extractor trick. So we'll get to that 11 over 10 quickly, but GAC's already at 13. His drone started a little bit earlier. However, these differences in economy are extremely tiny and tend to only really make a difference at the highest levels of play. We are observing a match between 2 gold players right now, so general macro and seeing as this is a ZVZ, some micro will be the deciding factors in this match. So we're going to have gas before pool here for Cerebrit, whereas GAC will be going hatch first. We'll see when the Orange Zerg does determine this. He should be able to infer from the fact that the spawning pool has not yet gone down that a hatchery has in fact been built, and he will scout that now. Do have the spawning pool going down here. Starting to mine gas, so he will have speed relatively early. Spawning pool going down for GAC. And he does get those 3 drones on there. So his gas is not that far behind. We have the Orange Zerg being about 32 gas ahead. Throws down his expansion a fair bit later, having gone pool first. Overlord will chill here, scout. We have this drone being extremely active, whereas GAC is relying purely on his Overlord. Does retreat that, doesn't want to get sniped by the Queen. Queen has not begun yet though. Should see speed begin here immediately. There it goes. And he continues to mine, so we are going to see some baneling aggression here from the Orange Zerg. We should see GAC get speed, try to queen and some Zerglings at about the same time here. And we should see the Baneling Nest go down any second now. For Cerebrit, the orange Zerg. Does choose to start a Queen instead. A little late on that. Speed not yet started for Gak. Should see that any second now, though. He also continues to mine gas, so he will be able to get that defensive Baneling Nest. See a Spinecrawler go down. 8 Lings! So he is anticipating aggression here. Delays that speed is very late. He could have started that a number of seconds ago. It's a bit of a mistake. He's going to push out with these Lings, seeing no Lings from his opponent. Does start 4 of them, but that's not enough to hold off 8. So he might take some damage on this hatchery. Gak may try to go into the main, but with Queen already up and 4 Zerglings finishing right now, that's unlikely to get any damage. Picks off 2 Zerglings for free. There's only 2 left, and he's against 6. Speed is about to finish for the orange Zerg, but he's only got the defenses building just now, and there's enough power here that with proper micro, Gak may emerge victorious. These orangelings will have speed, so they don't have to take any fight they don't want to. And these Zerglings are now, they're going to die. They're going to trade. They are going to trade. But speed done. All these Lings are dead. We have the blue Zerg building 10 Lings of his own. He will have speed just before these Lings arrive. Spinecrawler going down here at the natural. And Queen is almost done, so Gak should be able to hold this without too much difficulty. We do not yet see a Baneling Nest for either player, despite more than enough gas on both sides. These Zerglings do go in here, but they are now outnumbered. Queen blocks them up a little bit, snakes a few kills out. We do see that Baneling Nest going down for orange. Spinecrawler finishing for blue. Gak is fairly ahead in supply at this point. He's already at 44 over 44. Quite a bit of a supply block, though, unfortunately. Starts 3 Overlords to alleviate that. Orange is going to try to push out here, but he's going to need defensive Banelings. You have a lot of Zerglings running, and this hatchery is going to die. There are not enough Zerglings to defend. Everything he does have to defend gets cleaned up. The hatchery will go down, and Gak should probably retreat from this point to be safe. He does avoid the broodlings. 16 Zerglings on the way to the orange Zerg, but he's now down a hatchery. And blue drones up behind this. That's a very questionable decision. He's going to try to power his way up this round. He needs to be careful, though. These Banelings may finish. He did see them morph, so he knows exactly how long they have, but he will retreat to be safe. And blue just needs to defend here. He is very far ahead economically. He can expect nothing except a counterattack from his opponent at this point. Snipes one of the Banelings. He's going to send a Zerg and try to get the other Baneling. Cleans up Zerglings from his opponent. Orange has no choice but to go all in at this juncture. Blue should anticipate that and build nothing but defense. He has no reason not to. Heavily oversaturated on the main. He needs to transfer some of those drones to the natural. But again, all that matters at this point is defense. He is very far ahead economically. Snipes another Baneling. Micro not there for Cerebrit. Every second that goes by with Cerebrit not attacking is Gak getting further and further ahead. He's got nearly 1,000 minerals. We'll spend that on some more Zerglings. Does get the lair. Gets a Baneling Nest. More drones. Keeps this Overlord out. Cerebrit will attempt to re-expand. Has a macro hatchery building as well. Finally starting that lair. Gak's lair is almost done though. Injects popping. Double Evo finished. And we have that Baneling Nest built. So Overlord is getting poked at here. Not sure the Queen will be able to catch up though. Looks like it will get over the ridge and get away. A bunch of Zerglings moving out again. Only one Baneling to defend. So if Gak is able to pick that off, he may cancel this hatchery again. He's going for a third base. Lair is finished, So we should probably see, given the gas count, a Spire go down. He does have that Roach Warren. Does not want to be too greedy here. There goes the Spire. Creep going down for the arm surge. Spreading out a bit. He's not attacking though. And he may think his window is gone. Deck's building 4 Overlords in order to free up some of that supply. We should probably see a ton of Roaches building as those Overlords pop for defense. 3 Banelings on the way. They appear to be offensive. So he's going to try to poke some more. Keep his opponent down. He's building 6? What? What? He hasn't seen... There's no Spire. Why is he building 6 Spore Crawlers? I guess he's just being super paranoid and safe. His own Spire is just finishing this layer with a head. Orange will move out here. You may get a free snipe on these Banelings. You have a dicey engagement right here. They're going forward. Blue has the heavily inferior army. But Max Micro. Oh! Extremely tense moment, but nothing happens. Banelings crash. Orange will move out. With 30 Lings building. 1-1 is done. Spire is done. Nine Mutalisks. He may lose this third, but that doesn't really matter. His natural is much more heavily saturated. We have the 1 Roach, 3 Banelings waiting in our defense. The third hatchery will go down. But, again, our Blue Zerg is very economically ahead here, so we can afford to lose that. Does try to much force right in. Bunch of Lings die, but not enough. This Roach will die. Will not be able to get away. Mutas will go finish that off. We currently have 12 Mutalisks done, and there are 5 more on the way. Orange will need to throw down those Spore Crawlers. Starts them at the natural right now. The Mutalisks are already flying up here. These Spore Crawlers are far from done. They'll get focused down immediately here. King will probably go down as well. There it goes. He may try to focus this Spore, but it's just about done. He will back away. He'll probably content himself with just focusing down this macro hatchery here. Queen picking away, but there's only so much one Queen can do. He will retreat it into cover of the Spore. But he will not be able to save this hatchery. Larva dying as blade bounces. Queen does go down. This larva reduction is now heavily stunted. Move to the natural here, pick up some Roaches, but there are 3 Spores, so you should retreat those Mutas. Loses 1. No cares, focuses down the spine. Rebuilding this third. And now he's camped in between the main and the natural. There's nothing that the Orange Zerg can do to reclaim his airspace. He's going to lose the spawning pool. Get some Muta. Flew a little too close to the Spore, but the spawning pool will go down. He does have a Hydralisk in the back, so he will be able to get some anti-air. But the Muta count is overwhelming. And they're now in a position to pick off this lair. You should see him micro those Mutas back out of range of the Queens. He will try to focus down the Spore of the 3 Burrows. Very quick, smart pickup here. Focus down the Queen as well, and now he's got free reign over the back of the middle line. 4 Hydralisks are out, but what are 4 Hydralisks going to do against 19 Mutalisks? Really, that 1 Spore. Spores are extremely scary to Mutalisks. They do 3-shot down. Hydralisk gun goes down. GG is called. So Google Pigeon Rank takes it 3-2 after the ace match. Workday loses 2-3. And that's it for this week. We'll start up another match next week. Thanks for listening.